Hello again, and welcome to Collecting and Hobbies. Today is Marvel Day. I've already done a couple of Marvel Legends reviews today with the Doctor Strange figures, and these are Spider-Man, obviously. There's Miles Morales, I guess, and Peter Parker. With amazing agility and wall crawling skills, these young web slingers take down the bad guys. I've already done a review over Space Venom and Silk, Spider Girl. I'm really not sure. I might have done a review on all of them, but Spider-Man. And I don't know anything about Miles Morales, or I don't really know anything about the series, comic books, or whatever. But I think this one has regular joints, and I think this Spider-Man, or I don't know. Some of them have like the joints where their arms go in and out, the butterfly joint on the shoulder. This one on the hand, it's like come loose somehow. these are from a sealed case too. But anyways, so we're gonna do some Marvel reviews. Here we go. Okay, so the reason I chose these particular two figures, I've already done a review over Spider Girl in this assortment, and I've already done a review over Silk. I did both of those loose, took them out of the package to review, and same with Space Venom. The other ones I kind of reviewed in the package, but since I've taken them out, I'm going to do the rest of them and do a full review. And since I've already taken these two out of the package, and these were the first two in the package that I grabbed, that I know where they're at, I'll do the rest, later. So today, I guess, anyways, we're gonna do like two for the price of one here. Now, I haven't done anything with these since I've taken them out. I just simply took them out. I keep one and then I sell the rest, or I keep like I'll order them in sets or whatever, and that way, try to get a good one. I try to keep one for myself and one as a collectible, in mint. And I always open the ones that have the really crappy packaging. That's basically what I try to do. So the first thing I noticed about this Peter Parker Spider-Man, they actually list him as, I think, Peter Parker on the package, not Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man. But on the back, it says Peter Parker. The other one says Miles Morales. I try to get, if I can, the best looking one and the best and the worst package. Because, I keep the mint ones in the package. But anyway, the first thing I noticed about this particular Spider-Man is I should have probably. He's got a little bit of a thing there going on with his belt, like in his belt area. But look how bad his leg is warped. They're actually both pretty warped, but especially this one. His right leg right here. Now, if I go run that under hot water, it'll probably I can fix it. But this is the first ever Marvel Legends figure that I ever had of Spider-Man. Of the Hasbro versions. I'm just giving him a once over here. 61671. It's a date code on his leg there. So he's got a few paint flaws, as always. Seems like Hasbro can never really seem to get anything right, especially paint wise. Some paint issues right there. But there's a lot of paint on this particular. You kind of expect something to be wrong with it, with all this big pattern going on. And I mean, it'd be hard to get them perfect. The only real complaint I have with well, I can see why they did that now, but I complained about it in the package, because in the package he's got his arms, open like this or whatever. Obviously, the big red dots. It looks like he's got the measles or something, poison ivy. I don't know, but when you look at it this way, the red is there to match the outside of the costume, not the inside of the costume. This particular arm is a lot looser. Now this seems to be kind of like a Mattel joint. I think it's plastic though. I think they just put that on a plastic peg. Mattel ones have wires, or at least they used to. So, as a toy for a kid, Spider-Man toy, he looks, he looks pretty good. At least he's got waist articulation. I don't see why they don't give the girls that. He's even got an ab crunch. Well, it does. It won't go backwards, but it will go forwards. But oh yeah, it will go backwards a little bit. So he didn't have like any kind of weapons or anything. The only accessories he comes with are extra hands. So you can. This one's in a fist, so you can make this a fist. And then you got, the you got two open hands. Basically, they all match each other. You can make it where he has two open hands, two fists, or two, web slinging versions. So, I mean, I really don't know what to say about this one. He's really skinny. And I really don't like double jointed knees because of this purpose here. Because you see that joint there on the bottom, you have to move it up like that. And then it kind of, makes them, a little bit like that. So you kind of have to put it in a different pose so you can, I don't know if you're going to stand them up on something. Doesn't seem to want to go up. I'm going to move. Now, the good thing about these, though, see if you put like the web sling thing here. I mean, you could get these the way that they're designed, all this articulation. I mean, you could really get them into some pretty dynamic poses. With all this, I mean, look at all these, like the way that he can really move around. That's the good thing about the characters that don't have like extra clothing and stuff hanging out. I mean, you can really get this guy to move around. It's like, he could lick his feet. So that's the good part. I mean, he's got ball jointed hips. It's 2 points of articulation there, and then the thighs. That's 4 double jointed knees. That'd be 5, 6, 7, 8. Ankle rockers. Oh wow, he even twists at the mid calf. I didn't know he did that. Wow. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just on the lower half. 15, 16. Yep, he's got a ball joint and an arrow. So that's 17, 18. And then he's got ball jointed shoulders. It doesn't have the butterfly joint like I was talking about. So where were we? Like 8, 19, 7, I don't remember now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No articulation there. Just making sure. And 20, 21, 22, 23. Wait a minute. I don't know. He's got a lot. He's probably got like 30 points of articulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, because he's got double jointed elbows. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. So he's got 32 points of articulation. That's the last one I did at 27, and it was a girl. She don't have a waist. The new Marvel girl, Nico, whatever her name is. So he's got a lot of articulation. And as far as the Miles Morales goes, I mean, these are pretty accurate. I don't see how much more accurate you can get, except for maybe the collar of Spider-Man. I don't really like that color. And basically, Miles, he's basically exactly the same. They just reversed his fists, you know? He's got a fist on this side, and he's got the exact same articulation. He does everything the same as the one I just showed you. He just, basically just different colors. And because he's got less paint, they did a better paint job on him. Because they only had to paint like his upper half. Or, I don't know, he just got more. And, I mean, he comes with the same thing that the other Spider-Man does. Same body parts, same extra hands. They're just colored different. And, different head. His unmasked head. And, because of this one having less paint issues, I know this looks accurate to what what they look like in the comic books. So, I'd pretty much say this is like about a 10 out of 10, I guess. I mean, to me, they look a little kind of funny because they're so slender, so incredibly skinny. But Spider-Man's always been skinny in the comic books. It kind of looks like that. So, I don't even know who Miles Morales is or why he looks like Spider-Man. Or, I mean, is he like from a different thing, universe, or like a different time or something happened weird and like Spider-Gwen instead of Peter Parker being Spider-Man, he turns into the lizard and Spider-Gwen gets bit by the spider. I don't know, but let's see if we can stand him up. All the skinny figures, well, yeah, you can't. It doesn't work for him like it does for girls. He's a little too slender. Well, anyway, 32 points, I think is what I said, of articulation. They come with 4 extra hands each. They both come with an extra unmasked head. And so that's all cool and everything. I guess that's good, but I would rather have believe it or not, they have little figures of these that are 6 inches that they don't have 32 points of articulation, but they got bendable knees and bends here, and they're more than 5 points of articulation, and they come with like these web blasters and stuff like that. And I personally would rather see it come with some kind of shooting kind of weapon, or like a web slinging thing, or a web, or I don't know, something like that. Something. Oh, he's got the. It's just the same mold. He's got the articulation and the boot cut right there too, even though there's no color change. So I would, except for the accessories, as far as these go, I'd say they're about as close to, they're about as perfect as you can get, maybe. I really just think they're too skinny. Miles Morales' head, I've only seen him in the comic book a few times, but it does look a lot like him. It looks just like him. This Peter Parker head, I guess it looks like the comic book. Either way, I'm ready to move on. Move on to some more. I think they're great. Um, they're probably the best of the Spider-Man figures out there right now, unless you just want like simple ones that are easier to stand and come with the guns and stuff like that. I prefer, actually. I don't. I'm not saying I prefer the guns over the articulation completely, but kinda, maybe, sorta. I mean, but the only thing I have an issue with really is I think they might be a little too slender, and that would make them hard to stand up. I think I can probably get him to stand up now. And the warping, of course, the way they package them, they're very easily warped, and they do that with a lot of figures, all the Marvel figures, it seems like, and they really need to stop doing that. There you go. That's not the best pose I would want to put Spider-Man in. That's, well, the easiest pose. Okay, let's see if we can get this one to stand up. There we go. So maybe I should put something brighter back there so you guys can see better. Alright, so I'm going to move on to a couple extra figures, and I'll get them out and review the rest of this wave. Like the Hobgoblin. I really like that one. I think it's really great. Alright, see you next time.